Hello and welcome to a presentation about social work at Brunel University. Social work is a master's course and my name's Michael McGrath-Brookes. I am the programme lead for the Social Work Masters. So let's get started. Why would you choose Brunel University London? Well, partly you can see that we are in the top 25% of UK universities for research, which means that we're at the cutting edge of all of the knowledge and ideas about a number of different subjects. Social work is one of them. We have a very diverse student group and teaching group, which encompasses 150 of countries in the world, which means that we get a very good representation of many different cultures, many different approaches to social work, which is very crucial given that social work is such an international profession. The other thing that's very good, which a lot of universities don't have, is that Brunel is on one single university campus, which means everything and everybody involved in your teaching will be in one place. It means it's very accessible. It also means that you will have a great way of cooperating, meeting and knowing where your university cohort will be, which means that we have a very good connection between both cohorts of the MA, both the first year and the second year, and also between the MA students and the MA tutors. Our academics. Well, we do have a very wide range of academics from a number of different countries who've got different experience, both in social work and in social work teaching, which is really a great strength for our university. We also have people who have in-depth experience of working in adult social work in the UK and in children's social work in the UK, as well as adults and children's social work, community social work, and all other types of social work across a number of different countries. We have people who've worked in US social work and in non-governmental social work in a number of different places, which is a real strength for us, meaning you'll get a very diverse range of experience and knowledge to draw on. Our experience and expertise includes things such as contextual safeguarding, which is about children, particularly the new subject of child sexual exploitation, and things like county lines, very big issues at the moment, issues with adolescence, and also issues associated with ageing and wide range of the application of theories to both research and practice, including things across sociology, across child development, across adult development, and a lot of other issues as well. So, why would you choose social work and who is it for? Well, we are all in this team registered social workers in the UK, so we have a really good way of being able to put this profession across. We also have a good knowledge of the profession as it is. What does social work do? Well, it's a profession that supports people who are in need and in crisis. We promote social justice, we promote equality, we challenge oppression and discrimination wherever we find it, and we really work to make people's lives better. We don't work to impose what we think on them, but we work to help them to make their own lives better. We safeguard children from harm, and we support adults and children and families when no one else can. So we're a critical service. It's been, exemplified by the fact that in this time of crisis in 2020, social work is one of the key professions. I mean, this profession really is for anybody who's looking to make a difference in society. So let's have a look at the Social Work MA programme. The programme is a 2-year full-time programme and starts every September. So it goes from September one year until September the next year, with a dissertation that will go into either July or September, depending on your handing date. And out of it, you will get a postgraduate master's degree. Upon successful graduation, you will be eligible to register with Social Work England, which is our governing body, as a social worker in the UK. You will also be able to register with a number of other bodies across the world. This includes bodies that only accept postgraduate education in social work as the prerequisite for you to work as a social worker, the US being a particular example of that. This is very clearly, in the UK and a number of other places, a legally protected title. That means you cannot work as a social worker without this qualification. So it's very important, if you want to do the things that a social worker does, that you study this qualification and obtain the degree. Now, in 2019 and 2020, actually, 100% of our students received an NHS bursary. We can't guarantee that the bursary will always be available at the beginning of the year, but we have a lot of bursaries to give, and the majority of people on our course will be able to get it. Now, in terms of placements, because this is a big issue that people would like to know about, you need to complete 200 skills days to register as a social worker in England. Part of that will be 30 skills days in the university, and part of it will be 170 work placement days in a real world setting. This means working with social workers, working with service users, and doing real life work with people to make their lives better. This is usually split into 70-day placement in the first year and a 100-day placement in your second year. The Social Work MA, what will you learn? Well, we pride ourselves on the fact in Brunel that we have an innovative and effective social work program that gives you a good link between the academic, theoretical element of social work and the practice. And we are able to demonstrate, and we have done for many years, the ability to give you the skills to be innovative and effective in working in practice qualified, as well as a student, to promote social justice and to work with diversity, which is not the easy thing that people think it is, but this course enables you to do it. We give you an immersive learning experience, and this equips you with the crucial skills to be able to understand people's situations, to reflectively look at how you are going to work with them, and to become an effective and an innovative social worker, which is highly prized by employers. So how is the course taught? Well, it's a mixture of lectures and group work, project work, independent study, and e-learning. The lectures and all the other elements are taught by experienced academics, and we also have a number of guest lecturers who come in from other elements of academia who are experienced in being service users themselves, and also who are experienced in working in social work. We draw on our vast wealth of previous students to come in and give us their experience, not only of their work after the course, but how their course linked to their work, which can be of real benefit to our current students. The final project is a very interesting piece as well, because it's an original piece of research, and original piece of research will contribute to furthering the knowledge of social work as a practice. You will actually have the opportunity to change how social work is taught through your final piece of research. How the course is taught and the modules. In the first year and in the second year, we have a number of compulsory modules, and I will just very quickly go through them. Approaches to research. This is how you learn how to do the research yourself. Foundations in social work practice. This is the bedrock of how you apply yourself to the practice, how you stay safe, and how you're effective. Legal frameworks for social justice. This gives you an overview and some in-depth knowledge of all of the pieces of legislation that determine how we work as social workers. Lifespan, behaviour, and development. This is a crucial element to understanding how people change, develop, learn, and progress throughout their life. Practice learning. This is how you learn how to do the skills, the interviews, the empathy of being a social worker. Professional skill development, social policy, and sociology. This links sociological theory, how that has influenced social policy development, and how that influences how we work as social workers. And social work theories and perspectives gives you the bedrock of the theoretical understanding of people and how we work with them. In year two, you work in a much more focused and specialised way, looking at how you assess and manage risk. How do you assess and how do you do things with people where there are serious risks and safeguarding concerns? Practice with domestic violence, mental health and substance misuse, three of the biggest issues that affect people in our society today. Practice learning again, developing on what you've learned in the first year and making it a fundamental part of you as a worker. Professional skills development, again, developing on what you've done in the first year and making sure that this becomes embedded and moved on to make you a much more rounded and competent social worker. What works in social work? This is looking at how we change our profession and how we get better at doing things with people that we know through research is effective, and the dissertation, which we've gone over before. Now, you have the option in Brunel to specialise in either children's and family social work or adult social work. And this can be a really good starting point for you to really get a good understanding of how you work with these two different groups, the legislation involved and the issues involved, and can be a real good bedrock for you to have a very good position to get an ASY position or further employment in either of these two areas. Part of this course is to prepare you to become a social worker and to work in that for many years to come. So, as said before, when you successfully graduate, you can apply to Social Work England and you can be registered as a practicing social worker, something you cannot do without this degree. You will have a comprehensive set of skills to be able to enter the UK workforce or the workforce in any other countries and be able to put yourself above the field, to make yourself seen as being able to do all the types of work that will be demanded of you. And there will be very varied types of work that will be demanded of you wherever you go to work. Brunel has a 95% of our graduates go into employment after completing the course, and we're very proud of that. We have great links with local employers, and we have a long track record of having our students employed by those employers and doing really well afterwards. We have great high quality placements in a number of different statutory and non-statutory settings, and this will really promote your career opportunities afterwards. It also gives you the ability, while you're on the course, to specialise and to focus in the areas that you're really interested in working in when you've qualified. Many thanks, and thank you for listening.